Hi Maison Noir, Ed, Jim, Nick, Charisse. I hope you're well. Nick Bull here from Villa Secrets. I've been working on this for quite some time. I did start to write to you about this Maison Noir content marketing, inbound marketing in June, but I decided not to send the letter and work on it some more. We've now got ourselves to a stage where I'm happy with it. We're creating authority websites, so as when we do content marketing and blogs, they are seen as coming from an authority, not just an individual villa company that might be self-serving. The way we make it an authority is to have judges, good judges, so it's not just my decision, albeit I have no time to get the judges for 2015, so in 2015 it's just going to be my choice. Okay, let's go to the home page, see how it starts. Okay, there's the 8-second rule on any website that says if you can't capture their attention within 8 seconds, then they're going to go away. By the time that 8 seconds is gone, the slideshow started. Obviously, it'll start at number 10. In my opinion, any of these top 6 villas that you see here on any given day could be voted by number 1. Some people might have a preference for Camps Bay, some people might have a preference for Bantry Bay, some people might have a preference for Clifton, some people might have a preference for Safari style villas, and you can see yours is at number 2. If I were to put you at number 1, it would seem obviously self-serving. Also, we can promote the top 3 villas on Top 10 Cape Town villas in a blog, and what I've done is I've priced you just a little bit higher than the number 3 one and quite a lot less than the number 1, and I've done a little bit of extra psychology, as in using the 999 as opposed to 1000, which apparently helps people make a buying decision. More about that in the other videos. Let's have a look at your individual page, Maison Noir. Starts with the same page as we saw in the slider. Obviously we'll be moving to 7-star as I mentioned when we get that spa finished. Would like to also work on some free drinks for the guests like Singita or the Safari lodges do, and even free breakfasts and lunches and dinners even. Obviously the price would have to rise for that, and that's something we would probably work to do over a period of 2 years. It's it looks good. You've got some great photographs. Your photographer was brilliant. I'm really pleased there were large images so we could put them on the slideshow without degrading. Here's that lovely couch with the monkey. Love it. We can see some captions. We've kept it really simple. It's just supposed to just capture someone's eye so they can look through it and go, oh look, this is cool. This is the last slide and it goes back to the beginning. If you go down the page, we can see we've gone real magazine style. I've asked the journalist to go Condé Nast style, and she did this very quickly in about 4 hours. We're in a real rush to do things at the moment. Cape Town's best kept Villa Secrets, one caption. There's obviously going to be many. All of these captions and pages can be individual blogs. This whole page is a blog page, and we like this. We found this on your blog page. This is very in tune with what we're trying to do with Experience Africa and American Butterfly, which we'll be talking to you more about in other videos as we have yet to make the proper content for them. We can have a quick look at that. Why is this of interest to you? Because 2 reasons. One, we're really doing a good thing here, and secondly, you'll notice here, Safari and villas. We don't have hotels. Eventually, we'll probably add beach resorts to this, but what we'll be doing is saying to anyone that wants a safari, have a safari package. Do, maybe Singita in the Serengeti, then Singita in Boulders, and then, 8 days in Cape Town in Maison Noir. that sort of package, and they'll come under the tours, and we'll be blogging about these packages. The reasons why people are going to pay more attention to our blogs than normal, and the reasons why we'll be able to get them as potentially news pieces, is because of our conservation and our principle, give half back. This is something I've been working on for a long time. I've kept it very secretive, but now we're launching it. Let's have a look at the slideshow. 8-second rule again. We start off with this magnificent beast. Look at him, wonderful rhino, and it would say Experience Africa, a rather ingenious not-for-profit travel service. The way this works is 10 to 20% of each booking will be donated to conservation. We're hopefully going to try and move that up to 30%. And the guest picks to choose between rhino, elephant or cats, or the African Wildlife Foundation. We need a foundation to accept the money and distribute it to give us legitimacy. Yes, we'll be talking to you about that as well. See, the system works by, it's the same as Maison Noir with Cape Town luxury villas. They have a 30% to play with, whereas they can offer to a travel agency a 20% discount and take 10% for themselves. Here we're doing exactly the same thing, but the 10% doesn't go to Cape Town luxury villas. It doesn't even go to Villa Secrets. It just goes directly back into remarketing Experience Africa, so as we get more clients in. There is no operating expenses. Once the 10% for marketing has been taken away, that leaves us between 10 and 15% to give to conservation. We are hoping that these safaris, when they hear about what we're doing, will give us the maximum STO that they're offering to anybody else. So, Sagita are already Unisaba are already very good. They're offering us, I think, 30% STO. We get 20% STO with Lion Sands and 20% with Sangita. But to big tour operators, they offer more like 30 to 40%, and we want them to put that back. We want them to let us market on 10% and give 20% to 30% to conservation. And of course, we would like you to do the same. What we want to do is do a package, for instance, Unisaba, Sir Richard Branson's lodge, and Maison Noir, advertise it in the tours, content market it. I'll put thousands of dollars into blogging it and auto syndicating it and paying it for being blog directories and PR web. And the message will not be come and book a safari and a villa. That's an interesting message if you're into that thing, but it's not an interesting message to 99% of the world. If we can offer 30% of that to conservation, and we talk about what good we're doing for conservation, it then becomes a news story. It then becomes something of interest, and people will read it. And not necessarily everyone's gonna want to do it, but if we put 1 million different blogs out there before social sharing, my bet is someone's gonna do it. Okay, let's look into a bit of detail about the proposal for Maison Noir. Okay, what I'm doing here is presenting options, suggestions. You don't have to run with everything. You can cherry pick the things that work for you and maybe work the other things over time if we show success. I know there's not been much success at all shown so far, but indeed that's why I've done this. I've changed my entire marketing strategy. I haven't forgotten about Google Ads and getting high in Google. Google are important, but I've added to that with inbound and content marketing. Okay, so you may cherry pick the suggestions. If all that is agreed is a 20% STO for conservation, that is a victory, because I can then start Experience Africa and I can say, we've got 20%. That's it. If we can't run with the suggestions that I'm making about marketing Maison Noir in the way I would suggest, we would need to market Maison Noir under a different name, as is the case for all villas on Top 10 Cape Town villas, on Experience Africa, and the thousands of websites that we will eventually make. But I'm hoping we can come to agreement. I think, you guys, you're businessmen and you know the industry, so you should be able to see what I'm doing is, in your best interest as well as my own. Okay, just very quick, I'm new to video. This is my 12th. This one is calm and business-like. Previous videos have been more evangelistic and pacey. I will probably present you the very quick summary I did that is in that style, but I would advise watching this one first. If you wish privacy, just say the word. At the moment, this is on a public YouTube channel, but no one's looking at it, 10 views, 11 views. I'm hoping this YouTube channel will eventually become very popular when I make more videos and the Experience Africa conservation message gets out there and people want to know where it started from, and they'll watch these videos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is video number 12. They're all actually inside a folder on my desktop called Pam Golding the Movie, and we'll talk about why that a little bit later. I'm perfectly capable of editing video. I have 10 years experience as a Cubase programmer working on multiple timelines and 4 years experience as a Flash programmer working in ActionScript. I've looked at Adobe Premiere briefly the other day, and I can master that very quickly. I can take the video pieces as you already have for Video Maison Noir. I can add a little bit of red to the highlights to make them a bit more sunny. And if you have more videos, I can put them all together to make a really nice presentation. We can then blog that. Okay, this is what I'm suggesting, various suggestions. The first one is that you invest 10% of all bookings into inbound and marketing development on my platform and on your own websites. This is investing into yourself. Very little goes to Villa Secrets, other than, of course, when we do this inbound marketing, some people are going to come to the Maison Noir site, other people are going to look through the rest of the site, so all of the sites become more popular and we will make more bookings from other villas as well as your own. So that's how it helps us mainly. Really, I'm doing everything at cost, or I'm doing it for free. In the case of this here, $90,000 worth of websites, I'm doing that at cost. That $90,000 is if you chose a top agency, and we've got, we did this. Where is it? We did this page for you. It took us about 14-15 hours. If you can find a top agency in the world that can do it at the same speed with the same quality of presentation, I'd eat my hat. Okay, 20%, 25% or 30% STO for Experience Africa Conservation. We've got the 20% in place already. We've agreed upon that. I would prefer that to be 30%, so we could do the 30% for conservation blog with Lusaba and Maison Noir. Also, it sets a standard that I could use to get to safaris to potentially offer the same. This is an interesting one. It's actually important. I'd really like Ed and Jim, I'd love you guys to be judges on Top 10 Cape Town villas. The other judges that I will be going to are Stephen Anthony, Pam Golding, Samuel Seif. You're a villa owner, so you know it from that perspective, and it's only right that villa owners should be presented as judges. But also, what you're doing at West Elm and with Fair Trade, 40% by 2019, I think that's a wonderful gesture, and it's very in line with Experience Africa and American Butterfly, which has a policy of give half back. Maybe we can try and get that, change that stat to 50 by 2021, and then we could say you're a give half back company. Okay, let's get into it. Let's have a look at what this 10% of bookings spent on inbound marketing would get. Here's the cost to create 10 blogs, mega blogs. We've got a whole video on this. You can watch it at your leisure. Here's the cost to create the content. Here's the cost to syndicate manually to 20 very important blog sites and social bookmarking sites that we can't auto syndicate to. A very clever thing that we're doing for all the sites, and we want to do for your site, is auto syndication. When we make a single blog, currently Cape Town Top 10 Villas syndicates to, I think, about 16 different social networks, and of those social networks it syndicates to 4 different Facebook business pages, 4 different Google Plus business pages, and a number of LinkedIn business pages. We're going to be moving those figures up to more like 50, but making their pages on different people's social networks. So we'd like to put, one on your Facebook, one on your LinkedIn, one on your, each of you have your own social network page, i.e. Maison Noir Villa, another one being Maison Noir Villa Cape Town, another one being Hout Bay Villas, another one being, those, just make the pages up, and then each time we make a blog from any of our sites, it gets auto syndicated to all of those, and they go in a time delay. So some will appear straight away, some will appear after a few days, and from there on the Facebook ones and possibly some of the other ones, we're going to then make that blog repeat once a week. So from one single blog, we're hitting 50 social networks repeated every week. So that's 500 posts sometimes, and that's before a single social share. And of course, when you put a post to Facebook, quite a lot of people see it. So one single blog can go to thousands of people. A lot of exposure there, and in time we're going to be working these social networks to get more followers. We're not doing that yet, we're just building the syndication. I spent a long time talking about that, but it is an important thing. It's a free thing. We do it once, and then from that point onwards it's free. These are the things that cost the money, but they're very important. They give PageRank 5 links back. PageRank 5 is no longer running, but it still is a very good indication, especially for a credible site. Best of the Web, the best blog to be on, they're $300. They've already lowered their cost for us to $150. Blog Catalog, $500 each on Web. Blogopedia, Blog Fusion. Those are pay-for-inclusion blogs that will provide powerful links back and a lot of syndication. Outbrain and others is pay-per-click, like AdWords, but it's for articles. They show the article headline on various news sites and sites all over the world, and that's about a tenth of the price of advertising on Google. PR Web, that gets in the hands of a lot of bloggers, but it also gets in the hands of a lot of news agencies. AdRoll is when someone comes to one of your blogs on any of your sites or any of the sites that we create, wherever they go after that for a period of 2 weeks or a month, or it depends how many times they've seen. If they've seen your blog sort of 4 or 5 and they've come back 6 times, we'll hit them so as they see that ad for 3 months. So that's ads. These are big ads on Skype and Facebook and the big websites in the world. Google do their own version, but they appear on the smaller sites. AdRoll, we've just started working with them, but I think it's going to do well. All the big Caribbean websites and the top villa websites in the world all use it. Okay, so this is the sort of syndication that we get. We get 200 manual blog submissions. We get 1,000 articles via Outbrain. We get 1,000 social network pages updated per blog. We get 1,000 syndication blogs. We get 3,000 from these. That's a guess from these here. We get 40,000. We'll send 40,000 emails to them. 30,000 journalists will see you via PR Web. 40,000 remarketing ads from AdRoll. 150 influencers from Blog Catalog. Although we're not. First of all, we counted that, and now we're not so sure. We've got to speak to them, make sure that's it. It sounds too good to be true if you ask me. Okay, let's think about this in terms of 10% over a year. I've worked out the New Year booking would make $4,480.68. We times that by 3.5 to roughly work out how much that would make in a year, and that creates us this 775 syndications before social sharing. That's a lot of inbound marketing. A lot of people there could come along and book. Okay, let's go back to our goals. Let's have a look at this. Invest 499. We've seen how that's going to be invested into a mega site worth over $90,000. Let's have a look at let's first of all talk about why we're going to do this not on maisonnoir.co.za. Maisonnoir.co.za is not made using the WordPress theme we are used to, if it is made in WordPress at all. Sorry for the typo there. It has a link score of 16 by Majestic SEO, which is good, but it only has a trust score of 4 points, and on LRT, that's Link Research Tools, it only has a trust point score of 1. That's basically saying the links that are coming to your website are not worth having. We can fix this by auto-syndicating each blog to 50 social networks, creating 15 follow and 36 no-follow links per blog. Then the live chat bloggers, we'll talk about that in a while, will write hundreds of blogs making 50,000 syndication and backlinks per year to maisonnoir.com. We can do that quite easily. That's not going to be a particularly expensive thing to do. That's us just applying WordPress to your blog page, remaking your blog page, leaving the rest of the site exactly the same as it is. I like the site. I think it's good. You just need to have people coming to it. But to work on the site itself and to incorporate what we're doing is very hard. Much better we help you with your site, blog syndication, but make a new site so we can copy our progress to date and create great looking pages at lightning speed. We think the best name may be maisonnoirvilla.capetown or maisonnoircapetown.villas or maisonnoir.villas. Maisonnoirvilla.capetown is probably the best for a Google strategy because having the words villa and Cape Town in it will make you rank for those words. Maisonnoircapetown.villas, I'm not overly sure about that anymore. Maisonnoir.villas, we're not going to get any Cape Town scores, so you're never going to appear in the top 10 for anyone looking for Cape Town villas. But it's a more classy name, and potentially, because it's got the word villas, we could look at putting some other villas on the website, and you can make additional money from renting other villas, should your villa be booked. Okay, let's have a look at this mega site. This is what it incorporates. Sorry, I'm just going to take a sip of water. This is what it incorporates. I'm going to go through this very quickly because this is explained in the other video. Great homepage. We've seen how we're going to sort of make that. RSS, email system, all the blog syndication, all that done. Create the mega blog. 13 area pages. These are different pages and blogs for the individual parts of the house, which I think, and each one will be a slideshow. We're going to need some more photographs, and that's going to be for your account. But, those are the pages. We need to promote Hout Bay big time. We need to promote Hout Bay as the place to come, not only on this website, but other websites. Experience Africa, for instance, and even make a Hout Bay website directly. These are the various pages we thought we should make on your website for Hout Bay. Then there's another important part here, which is 10 photo and film shoots being made into mega blogs and put on your website as well, so people can see it, see the ads. And I'm suggesting that you actually if the film production companies allow you to use their material and even make a video of their shoot, a rough video, then you let them do it for half price just to get the footage. The development hours are 529. We went to Google. We typed in top 10 best web design. We went to this one, big drop. We asked them how much they charged per hour. They said 125. We actually went into a little bit more detail, but I didn't go into too much detail as to waste their time. So 15 hours, as I said, it's taken us to make the Maison Noir page that we've seen so far. I don't think any design company could make that any quicker, looking as good as it does. Because we're specialists at villas, and that's what we do, and we've done a lot of work on it already, we can use the work that we've already done and just copy it and repeat it. That's why we can do things incredibly cheaply. If anyone was to do this from scratch, you know, they'd have to start from the beginning, and it would cost, you know, it would take them 529 hours, and they would charge that for it, and it would be $66,000. For the content, we looked at this company, the market leaders. They do Google, Walmart. You know, we're not saying our content's going to be as good as theirs, but I'm going to say we're going to have an awful lot more of it that is of good quality, certainly good enough to capture, to interest people, and due to our auto syndication methods and all the methods that I've shown you on the mega blog, I'm going to say, you know, we can do a job that would equal, it would make the same effect. You could spend $25,000 on contextually, and we could do that. We could get the same amount of bookings for a lot less. We asked these guys how much it was to do a 32-page website, and they said $25,000. That's only for 3 months. After that, if you want them to continue to syndicate, you've got to pay them another $5,000 a month. Whereas on our system, we've got the auto syndications in there, and the blogs have already been put in the blog directories. That's always there. So, you know, we're not only cheaper and as effective probably as making bookings, but our system continues. Each time you make a blog, that's another 50 syndications out there. Okay, total 90,000. That's how I've justified that figure. And because we're making this as a portfolio exercise, we're not going to charge you a penny for that. What we're suggesting is that we make this website, we make it as good as we can. I'm going to put my whole team, and my team love this stuff. My team love working on this, and I love working on this. So it's not only, you know, you've got passionate designers, passionate leaders working on this. So if we can do this, make you $90,000 worth of site, to get things going, to get that boost to initially kick it off, put in this, and we'll make the mega blog, which creates these syndications, and surely we're going to win. From there, we put in the 10%, and we're up and running, and I've made a very, very, very successful portfolio piece. You're getting the value you'll deserve. Your property price in value to sell probably goes up by 20-25% as well. So, I mean, I don't want to be a salesperson in this video. The other videos are more selly, but, you know, I think that's the truth of the matter. Let's continue along here. Let's see where. Okay, let's talk about Villa Secrets quickly, and let's talk about. Okay, what I'm trying to do is create 4,000 sites over 10 years. Where's the? Oops, I've clicked the wrong thing. Okay, if we see here, American Butterfly is the best way to explain it at the moment. Oh gosh, no, we don't want that. Having big problems with my computer at the moment. Okay, here we go. Basically, we're working on the first year's figures generated by Cape Town Luxury Villas that was paid to Villa Secrets, 25% of turnover, and over a long period, and a lot of work's gone into this. Over 4,000 networks over 10 years makes that amount of money, which seems a very big leap, but we've made these 3 videos here that explain it, and they explain it in quite some detail, and they explain it well. So if you you know, this is very real. This figure here was all done on an investment strategy. We thought we needed investment. We don't need that anymore. What we're doing is making a franchise for Pam Goldie, which sets a precedent so we can sell them all over the world. What we want to do is start by getting about 10 to 20 of the top villas in Cape Town, i.e. the top 10 that you've seen, and have a 20% STO to the Villa Secrets Magic 50. That'll be companies like this. Isle of Blue in St Barts. I've spoken to the president. He was far more interested in my collection of villas in Cape Town than he was in giving me his villas, even though they are an affiliate company. And this is not just Isle of Blue. This has happened again and again. Everyone's interested in Cape Town villas, but if I offer them just one at 20% STO, they're like, they'll put that there. They're not. If I can get a collection of about 15, go to these companies and say, right, you are one of the Villa Secrets Magic 50, and so we'll pick about 20 villa rental companies. Obviously, we're going to be trying for luxury retreats and their parent Caribbean Way. All the ones that have got the databases of people who are used to spending a lot of money on villas. People like this, Andrew Harper, we found him because HomeAway make him their only luxury villa specialist, and they've got good advertising. They send me a magazine each month, which is nice. Okay, so that's talked about that. We're building towards the first franchise offering for Pam Golding. That will be a 10 website package. One property management system connected PHP site, which will be a much better looking version of Villa Secrets. 4 top 10 websites so they can attract mandates. They're not going to be interested particularly in a villa rental company. If they were interested in that, they've done it already. They're going to be interested in getting property mandates for sale. We're providing that material. 1 villa website, top 10, 1 real estate, 1 property, using the different keywords. They can move the villas around so as they can push the villas that they want to sell, or attract mandates by saying, we'll put you high in this. Also 5 individual villa sites. What we're creating for you is a portfolio exercise for one of these 5 individual villa websites. We've got to do it for someone, and we're going to do it for free. If it's not you, we go to Pentagon, we go to, but let's make it you. Let's not talk about that. I'm looking to sell this franchise to Pam Golding for $50,000 to $80,000. We can easily, no way any web development company can make this collection of websites for under $1 million. We put so much work into Villa Secrets already. That's in the technology. There's no way they can get that for under $1 million. And we've shown this. You can look at the American Butterfly. So we're looking to sell it for $50,000 to $80,000 plus 4% per year of gross turnover and 4% per year spent on marketing. Once we have done this once, and why are we doing Pam Golding, not Denise Dogan, who's my friend, and why not Seif, who have asked me to run their run their villa website company, or Sotheby's, who have also asked me, is because Pam Golding haven't asked me. If I do it for Pam Golding, it's fair because there's no prior relationship. If I do it for any of the other big 3, it's like it could be said, well, they only worked with you because they knew you and you'd now come back to them with a better system. With Pam Golding, I've approached them 3 times, never got past their media department. This time we're going in strong. I've got 200-300 of them, of the Pam Golding staff on my LinkedIn network. We're going to make the videos, we're going to send it to all the staff, say, please take this to your leader. Okay, let's have a look at, as we're talking about STOs here with this 20% for the Magic 50, what I would like all of the villas to do is to lower their STOs on Razor and any other mechanism to 10%. So it's only those Magic 50 have the 20% STO, or Experience Africa has the 20 to 30%, give half back, or give more than half back as it is, to conservation mechanism. So we've talked about this, 10% to go into the marketing kitty. Spend it how you wish. You've seen all the options, and we're going to get better. We're going to be trying these options out myself. I just got a nice present from Virgin in the terms of a $8,000 credit card on low interest that could easily be spent on testing all these. Probably will be. There we go. Create an elite band of companies. We just talked about that. Lower the STO on Razor to 10%. So when it works with Jenny and Zenda, Cape Town Luxury Villas, they, as per usual, keep 10%. They offer 10% to the local travel agency, and 10% goes to content marketing Maison Noir on their website. In the case of a direct sale, They keep 20% as per usual. 10% goes to content marketing Maison Noir on their website. Experience Africa and other safari sites. There's going to be many safari sites. We've already got safaryawards.org, africansafaris.com, top10safari.com, and we're going to be going safari crazy now we've got the right look. Obviously, if you are, happy to go 30% on giving to conservation and 10% to the marketing of same, that's basically a 40% STO, which is standard for many of the Cape Town companies. If suddenly it works, Experience Africa becomes very popular. It gets in the news. People start coming along. They start booking, and you're ending up making far less than you were before we put the prices up on HomeAway. Prices up from the bookings you made on your own from HomeAway. Then we just put the price up. Market forces. That's simple. Okay, gonna leave with Luxury Villa Pro. This is for this is going to get some additional money for the marketing fund, and all that makes more money. And I'm suggesting I'm maybe taking a step too far making this suggestion before consulting. But look, it's a video. It needs to be in here, so I'm just running with it. LuxuryVilla.pro is very clever. It's described in a very quick video that I sent you. This is going to be the same as Villa Secrets, but you get a private login. So it'll be Maison Noir or Nick.LuxuryVillaPro or Charisse.LuxuryVilla.pro. And when you get a booking that you can't fill, if you get a New Year booking, if we do all this marketing, you might get 50 New Year bookings that you can't fill because you're already booked, or other times. What you do is you just hop onto LuxuryVilla.pro, send the client a list of villas that are available, ask them if they want to book. If they want to book, they book. If you can make 2 New Year's Eve bookings and a handful of other bookings, that'll add $30,000 in commission. Actually, I've just realized that has to be cut in half, because 10% is going to Nick and Charisse and 10% is going to the marketing fund. I'm just going to quickly do this now. Okay, not as attractive as it was, but that's an extra 100,000 rands that Nick and Charisse are going to be making each, and more if we do more bookings. It's optional, but it's good, and it's a part of what I'm developing. Okay, Experience Africa and American Butterfly coming soon. Really appreciate you spending the time watching this video. Let's talk. It'd be great to have a Skype chat. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Jim, Ed, Nick, Charisse. Goodbye. Maison Noir. Thank you.